Welcome back to Runaway Roads. Today, I got a much needed upgrade I'm going to do to our Lance 1172 truck camper, and that is putting in a new toilet. Got a brand new on the market toilet from Dometic. It's the Dometic 410. So looking forward to putting that in. I'll show you why it's new and what's new about it. Plus I got something else I want to show you, so stick around. So we're getting ready to go camping this weekend, and I thought, well, it'd be a good opportunity to go ahead and put in a new toilet. So this camper came with a Thetford toilet. It's got a hand lever flush on it, and it's not a good toilet. I mean, it works, but I don't like it. And on many of our past campers, I've always swapped the toilets out and put in the Dometic 310. But now that Dometic has the brand new 410 model out, we're going to swap ours out with that. And both the 310 and the 410 come with porcelain toilets and the foot flush and slow close toilet seat. So that's really nice. So let's check out in a little bit more detail what's new about the new 410. The new Dometic toilets offered through eTrailer have come in 3 models for the 400 series. The 400 has the plastic bowl with the foot flush, and then the 410, which we have here, is a round bowl with a porcelain bowl and foot flush. And then the 420 model has the elongated bowl and seat with a porcelain bowl. So for our truck camper, we need the standard size round bowl just to save some space over the elongated bowl. So let's go ahead and get that in. We wanted to say thanks to eTrailer for sending us out this Dometic 410 toilet. So if you're interested in this particular one, we'll put a link down below to that. But if you need an RV toilet, go to eTrailer.com, check it out. They got different brands, different models, different heights of toilets, so they're going to have what you need. So go to the link below in the video, and that'll take you right to eTrailer, and you can pick out what you need. This Dometic 410, one of the biggest new things about it is the overall length of it from the back to the front. It is 17 5/8 inches long, 15 inches wide, and 19.5 inches tall. So this length there is going to make it easier to put in some tight spaces in some of these RV bathrooms that are really tight, and most of the old traditional RV toilets are longer, so they'd be like right up against the wall, or they may not even fit. So this particular toilet should fit in most RV bathrooms. In our Lance 1172, it comes with this Thetford toilet, which I don't like because it has a hand lever flush right there. And you know, who wants to lean over the toilet and you know, use a hand lever? Using a foot flush on a pedal is just so much easier and more sanitary, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this toilet out, and we're going to put that Dometic 410 in. As you can see, I did put in a shut-off valve for the toilet, so I can just shut that off, although there's no water in the toilet now, so I may have to do a little bit of plumbing with some PEX in order to line the new toilet up. As you can see in our Lance 1172 truck camper, we do have a dry bath, but we don't have a whole lot of floor space, so that's why we chose to put in a Dometic 410 toilet with a standard size bowl. It will be nice to have the Dometic 410 in here with a soft close lid, so I don't have to listen to this. So this is not a how to install video, but I'm going to go ahead and get to work and pull this toilet out, and I'll show you a few steps along the way, and let's get the new one in. Go ahead and turn the water off here, the shut-off valve, although there shouldn't be any water in there. It's a little tight reach around there, but not too bad. Put a towel down there, just catch whatever water is in the water line, just a little bit. Okay, the toilet should be disconnected. Lift it right up, pull it out. This thing weighs almost nothing. Here's a little tip if you're swapping out an RV toilet. Just get you a little plastic cup or styrofoam cup like this, and just stick it right down there in the flange, and then that'll keep anything that's stinky down in the tank from coming up. Alright, let's go ahead and open this thing up. It is very nice. Porcelain bowl, way better than plastic. In our last Lance 1172, I put the Dometic 310 in, which is a little bit longer in the overall length, and the back of it was right up against the wall. So this brand new Dometic 410 should fit really well. So let's go ahead and check this thing out. There's the seat. You can see the soft close lid there. Very nice. Actually, you can get seat and lid. Very nice. So this bowl has a 360 swirl all the way around it, where you can see where the water comes out. So there's a good swirl all the way around it, puts out plenty of water there. And then over here you got the foot flush right there. Nice and easy to get to. As I spin the toilet around, you can see the back of it there. So there's the flush valve there, I guess it is, and there's the pedal, and the water runs up to that flush valve, and right here is where the water line is going to connect. So that's going to be a little bit different, so that's why I'm going to have to do a little bit of plumbing, probably shorten my water line to get that in. Other than that, it's a standard size fitment as far as what it bolts into on the toilet flange. The porcelain bowl, which is very nice. It's got a plastic base around the bottom and then the porcelain bowl on top. I went ahead and flipped it over so you can see the bottom of it. It's already got the rubber flange installed and it's all set to go. Just got to bolt it in place and hook up the water line. The new toilet does come with the hardware and the little caps that go over the nuts that go on the. It's got the hardware for the flange and then the little caps that go over the top of the screw, cover it up. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this toilet loose for the moment, because you can see my plumbing is not going to match up. There's my water line from the old one, and on this one it has to connect down here. So I'm going to have to cut this short, run it down a little bit, and just make it work. I do keep my set of PEX tools, cutter and crimper, as well as some PEX line in every camper, both campers I should say, that we have. And that way it's got the cutter, the crimper, and then got some 1/2 inch PEX rings, as well as I think 3/4 inch, but I won't be using those. I'll be using the 1/2 inch. All right, go ahead and tighten this side up. Tighten them both up. All right, the toilet's installed. I need to put a little water in the tank so we can go ahead and test it out. Since it's not hooked up to city water and there's not really much water in there, put a few gallons in, give it a good test. All right, let's check the gauge. Got a 1/3 water tank there. Turn the water pump on. Got to pressurize. There it is, the new Dometic 410 porcelain bowl toilet. Looking good in there. See, it's not too long that it doesn't touch the wall like the old one we had was like right up against the wall, so fits in there nicely. I got my plumbing redone down there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the water on to the toilet and let's check it out. Here's up. Again, it's got a 360 swirl in there, so it's probably I might spit and sputter the first time around. I haven't put any water in it yet. Here we go. You can see water come out all the way around for a good flush. You can push the pedal down partially just to get some water in the bowl, and then when you're ready to flush, you push it all the way down. So now I just got to clean up my plumbing mess and we're ready to go camping. I did use one of these new elbow fittings for the back of the toilet and took the old one off. I bought a bag of these, of 6 of these, not long ago when I was fixing the water heater, so those are always good to have. I bought the brass ones this time. It's got the rubber seal in there. So, and I also have some other compression joints and things like that as well that I keep, and then some red and blue packs just to go along, because you never know what you might need when you're out camping. I got a couple other things I want to mention and show you. 2 things that I have both used in the past and I'm going to be using again, and they both work fantastic, so I just wanted to show them to you because somebody out there may need them and they're definitely a worthwhile purchase. Let's check them out. Both of these came from eTrailer, so I'll put a link to both of them below. The first one is the Stay Put RV Stabilizer by Valterra. It works fantastic. I will do a full demonstration on it in another video. Right now the camper's on the truck, so I can't show you, but it basically will just go right underneath the camper. You can use it under a travel trailer, or we use it under our truck camper. We use 2 of them, and so we'll put one like vertically and one horizontally, and it really stabilizes the camper very well, and they're very cost effective and they work great. They work so great that I loaned the ones that I had out to a friend and I never got them back, so wanted to get some more. So these things are great. I'll show them in another video how they work, but the RV stabilizer, definitely worth getting for the money. The other thing is this converter from Progressive Dynamics for this particular camper, the one that goes right down there. We've already swapped it out. It's a PD 4045 CSV. It's a 45 amp converter, and it just makes the camper so much quieter, because the old one was making noise and the new one is nice and quiet and peaceful. But the big bonus to it as well is not only is it just new and quiet, but it will also charge lithium batteries as well as an AGM or lead acid battery. So here's the little switch from LI and LA, lead acid and lithium. Links below to both of these. They're both great products. Used them both multiple times in the past and love them, so check them out. If you're interested in upgrading your power converter to this Progressive Dynamics converter, which is a great upgrade and gives you the lithium option, it's a really good one. If you want to see how to install it, I'll leave a link to a video that I did with a full install down below. Well, I got the new Dometic 410 porcelain toilet in. It's working great. Water tested it, checked for leaks, everything's good, so we're ready to go camping. We have used the Dometic 310 model in multiple campers before, and it always worked great. Never had a problem with it, so I'm sure this new one's going to work just as well or better. We want to say thank you to eTrailer, and if you're in the need of an RV toilet, we'll leave a link below so you can go to eTrailer.com and check it out. They got different brands, sizes, models, and all that, whatever you may need. So please check that out there with that link, and we appreciate you hanging around and watching. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Runaway Roses. Bye-bye.